Welcome back, friends, to Canadian disc golf production of
the late autumn disc Yes Golf and Glorious Activities, aka the L.A.D.Y.G.A.A.
the L.A.D.Y.G.A.A. Indeed, a fantastic name for a tournament, I must admit.
Yes, it was created by my lovely fiancée, Sabrina.
Was it? That's impressive. I was wondering how the thought process went down on that.
She's the intelligent one, and I'm the 900-rated disc golfer.
Yeah, together you make perfect couple.
Check us out on Instagram. I may accept your follow request. So yeah, we're back with the feature card of round one, which, as stated in the previous video, is the Team Edge GTA Cup team.
At least half, almost half of it.
The good half of it.
The good half. Oh no.
So
Poor Hazel.
Hazel doesn't show up. We got Gavin. We got Calvin, the best Calvin in disc golf. Scan his QR code. Nahan, the most beautiful man in disc golf. I think those are his hand warmers, actually.
Yes.
And Pat Metz of the Metz twins.
The twins. Twins, indeed.
Is he saying something?
No. No, just mouthing words.
So this is hole 10. Hole 10 is a pretty short hole, through 10 feet. It's typically played as a big hyzer over the trees in the water, but there is the option to go up and to the right on the fairway. If you do go in the water, it is OB, and the bushes and rock garden are playing as inbounds for this event.
Oh.
And this event was, this hole was sponsored by Andrew Gosby at Gosby Law. He's a disc golfer from Toronto who also owns a law firm.
Yes.
A little bit of cash at the event. Nahan looks like he's going for the hyzer line. It looks low though.
I don't know. He's pushing it.
Oh no, it's fine.
That's going to be a little short, circle's edge, but still a great shot. I'm curious how the wind is affecting these shots.
That's a good spot to be.
Because throwing that hyzer can really be completely determined by the wind factor. That is big.
It's a unique way to throw a hyzer.
Yeah. Never seen a forehand hyzer go left.
That looks like it landed very light. It could be in the water.
Ooh.
Calvin's sussing it out. Let's see what he decides with. Looks like a backhand.
The more parked. Ooh.
That also looks low.
Oh no.
There's a very, very low chance that that's in bounds.
Well, I didn't see a splash, but that doesn't mean much. Yeah, the closer you want to be, the more parked you want to be, the more risky you have to be with that water.
Pat with the big hyzer.
I see some ripples in the water now.
That looks like Pat hit early.
Yeah, that's early. That's not. Again, if you want the birdie, you do need to cut it very close to those trees. Cut it very close to the water. So it's a risk reward.
It's the same pond as hole 1, so could be people missing hole 1 too.
Oh yes.
Pat looks like he's got a nice safe shot at it. I'm assuming this is Calvin OB. That could be Gavin's shot up there.
Oh. Somebody's parked.
Yeah, I think that was Calvin's second shot. Looks like Gavin was in bounds.
With his tomahawk, yeah. Not high enough. Not enough effort.
Online medal hit. Counts in an ace race.
Take that with you, Gavin.
That looked like a dicey putt. It looked like it hit the band and went straight down.
Putting uphill, that's not so bad if you hit high. Or aim high.
Everybody should be good on these tap-ins.
Yeah, not a single 2 on the whole day.
This
whole morning, I should say.
Whole morning, yeah. This is definitely a hole that you would want to push to. This is one of the few holes on the course that the short tee and the long tee are the same shared tee pad.
Indeed. Yeah, I'm assuming the wind must have been a big factor for that throw if it wasn't working.
So hole 11 is another one where it's a big shift from the long tee to the short tee. From the longs, it plays as a pretty straight shot up, and then near the end, you've got to go right down to these trees. And then from the short tee, paddock plays as kind of a tunnel shot.
I've seen some rollers come into play here. Big forehands. Gavin and Calvin both going to have a big advantage.
This hole's a lot cooler of a shot when long tee to long basket. It's a really cool shot. Long tee to short basket is definitely a challenge.
We are getting pretty close to our winter layout here at Centennial. During the peak of summer, everything gets pushed back really far. really hard, really difficult, really long, but it's fun.
And then this hole, 11, is sponsored by Jess Sparrow or Jess Chartrand at You Enjoy My Designs, who made all of the promotional materials, all of the signs, all the cool stuff, all the social media for both Centennial Club and this event.
That's a good shot from Pat.
Yeah, Pat with a nice turnover. It's looking like it's going to land in an ideal position.
It's hard to say if how far down the hill he got, but he could be looking at a circle's edge, just outside circle's edge putt.
This hole just over 400 feet. Calvin's a little wide, but he should get a decent finish.
Gonna get a skip maybe?
Little bit.
Little one. It's gonna be a long putt.
Nahan looks like he's about 100 feet out.
It's kind of if you don't have the big forehand, it's kind of where you play. You just throw a hyzer out there and try and get it close enough to make a long putt.
Gavin going for it.
Oh! Right off the cage.
So from this, it looks like Calvin ended up long.
Yes. Very, very unique little stutter step he's got there during his step putts, too.
And Pat with a nice layup under the basket.
Think that's what he's planning?
Yeah.
Yep. Right, Pat? Yep.
Easy putt for Calvin.
Just 3 twos. Wee Fam, Mr. Duong himself, probably with a forehand, and Braden Jones, one of our talented lefties.
I just nodded, but I'm assuming you guys cannot see me nod, so I agree with what Chris said.
Yeah. One day we'll get your face just in the corner. Even if you're not doing the commentary.
We'll just live stream it on Twitch.
There we go.
So this is hole 12. So hole 12 is another one that's quite different from short to long tee pads. This plays as a very straight shot with a big bushy area on the right of the basket that's big trouble if you get in, and then some kind of undulating hills on the left side. This hole was sponsored by Glenn Zaporev, who is a local club member of Etobicoke. He gave us a few dyed discs as well as a bit of added cash to add to the pot. So thank you, Glenn. Glenn played in the MA2 division.
Nice. This one's really, I know it's 425. It's hard to say why, but like it's hard to get to for a lot of people.
It's deceiving.
Yeah, it seems like it plays a little farther because you can't really give it a lot of airspace because you need it to be turning over coming into the basket, or else you get caught up in those trees on the right. Unless you're Gavin and you can just throw a 450-foot forehand.
Which it looks like he's done.
Wow, that thing is blistering out there. Oh wow, that could go in.
I mean, I know I've said it on another hole, but that's definitely the best shot I've seen on this hole.
That might be the closest I've ever seen anyone get. I've seen people go past, but the pure accuracy is unparalleled.
I've seen Thomas put a sonic past it on the short, so
that's nuts. That's really nuts, actually. That's a common mistake to. What is happening?
Calvin's doing some gang signs. At
Yeah, oh no, he's in his hood right now.
He's got another big forehand lined up. He can do it too. Looks like he was a little early on that one.
Calvin getting a little away from himself on the forehands. I said hard to throw forehands in the cold. I guess he was talking to his friends on the second card there.
Cleaned it up with a nice forehand on the second shot.
That would have been awesome too.
Yeah. An issue with that is it could potentially skip down into the parking lot of the Etobicoke Olympian.
Nahan with a pretty typical spot, 80 to 100 feet, short and left.
It's a fine spot to be.
Mm-hmm.
It's where the average player likely wants to be.
Ooh, Calvin he got through that bush quite a bit. He's gonna have that's probably 20 feet with a bit of bush in the way.
Like it's nothing, he makes it.
No problems. That's a good 3 save. He did not get very far off the drive, which is where most of this hole is. Who's in the bush there? Is that Pat?
I think it's Pat, yeah.
Oh, Pat.
Just don't say anything.
Nope. Not allowed to say anything when Pat's playing.
Lining it up. And he unfortunately appears to have airballed it to Circle's edge.
Oh, no.
So I guess we could have said something.
Yeah, I don't think it's me anymore. Pat. Oh, Pat.
Come on, Pat. I've seen you at Putting League. You know how to do this.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta assume that anybody on this card knows what they're doing. Sometimes it just doesn't go your way.
Gavin with a 2?
Yeah, the 2. Wow, nice 8-foot throw in for a 2, and the only 2 of the round, as you can expect at 425 feet without being able to flex a backhand in there. It's gonna be out of the range in the cold for most of these people.
2s are few and far between on this one.
Mm-hmm.
So up next we have hole 13. Hole 13 tees off of the path just behind the Etobicoke Olympium. It is a pretty straight shot. There's just a hill and a bunch of trees right by the tee, and then there's this apple tree you can see on the left that is often the bane of their existence.
That's an apple tree?
I think it's like a crab apple tree.
Oh, okay.
Might be something else. I don't know.
How have I never had some? But probably not.
In the fall, they fall down for men get full of wasps.
Oh, that's probably why I've never had one. Hard to say where that. Whoa, there it goes.
Looks like it's quite left.
Yeah, I'm assuming the wind is getting this because this is a pretty straightforward, hole. You're really looking for the 2 here because there's almost nothing in your way. You just throw it at the tree on the right and hope for the best.
Mahan keeps it low, but that's going to be an okay shot. Gets a bit of ground play.
Dies out early.
This hole is sponsored by the ODSA. The ODSA put the original baskets in the park when we did the remodel, so they gave us new Innova 24 chains. We later upgraded those to some 28 chains, and then Oz and the ODSA helped so much with just getting these events on, the permits, insurance, sanctioning. PDGA doesn't exist without the ODSA in Ontario.
Thank you, ODSA, and there goes Pat
with a nice big hyzer.
Right. How did he get?
Looks like he went long.
That's impressive. Like that.
Yep.
From that much of a hyzer to go that long, he must have got a big skip. Gavin long too. Something must be pushing these discs out there because this is unusual to see this many people.
Yeah. Is that Gavin's second shot?
Was it not?
Because I don't know. It looked like his first shot went very wide left.
That's a good point. Maybe it's just we're just confused based on the angles.
Yeah.
Oh, Calvin getting a little twig in the ear.
Stuck. Yeah, that's not pleasant.
No. Smartly getting down. The one time one of the few times his height doesn't give him an advantage. Whoa.
A little floaty.
Yeah, it looked like a little safe run. Didn't really attack that like he normally does. Oh, almost same time.
Gavin with the tap-in.
Not a single 2.
Not a single 2
from this card.
No.
That's unusual. This is another one of those
holes. This is another must-get
that you're really looking at when you're like thinking about your scorecard beforehand.
So this is hole 14. Hole 14 from the long plays is kind of an Anheuser slight dog leg to the right. It has a Mando, as you can see. And then the basket is fairly open with a few trees on the side and a big bush behind it. If you miss the Mando, we have a drop zone just beside it to the left.
Okay.
Which is a Gaga exclusive.
Ho ho ho. How nice of you. Whoa. Did he just get saved?
He got saved.
Yeah, so
he did not enter the restricted area.
As the rules have stated. The new OB rules, Mando rules are strange and hard to understand, but that is safe.
It did not enter the restricted area, therefore it is in play.
TD Sparkman here, laying down the law.
Yes, I actually did have to make a call on that. So I'm glad I see it, and I'm glad it looks like it wasn't in.
Oh, yeah. Wait, they brought this up to you?
They told me it hit the tree and went left.
Okay.
So it hit the object, went left, did not enter restricted area.
Yeah,
that's what I'm sticking with.
That's what it looked like to me. This looks like a
that's an amazing shot.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, that's inside circle. I find this, although it looks like it's a forehand hole, with those trees on the left, the forehand tends to push those trees and try to dive. I really do think you need to have a backhand turnover, sort of like this.
Yeah, big anhyzer is usually what I go.
Yeah, like this is perfect.
Yep.
It fits the shape perfectly. A little bit long. Circle's edge may be deep, but hey, that's not too bad from
So
this
I
hole.
believe this is a provisional from Gavin because it looks like he's at the drop zone.
Okay. Or did his just land there?
Also possible.
Oh no,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely a provisional. So that was from the drop zone.
Yeah.
So
And
that should not count.
That will not count.
Okay. This is his legitimate shot. Nice little practice throw for Gavin. Oh, I want to make
man.
it so badly.
It's either a 2 or a 7.
Yeah.
Nahana running a nice big one.
Mm-hmm. So that was for his 3.
Yep.
That he will be taking on this hole, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Yes. And then he'll have to putt out for his potential missed Mando.
That's Pat with the birdie.
Oh, wow. That's a big putt for the birdie there. If you miss that basket, that's downhill the whole way, and it will not stop.
Hole 12 knocked him into shape.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's...
Sometimes I need that. I need like the big bogey to get my putts in line. Then I just get mad at the basket.
Oh my goodness! So that would be that.
That would be his putt for 4.
And so he'd be putting 5 if he would have missed the Mando. Yeah, in my opinion, without having somebody standing at the Mando looking to see if the disc crosses or not,
Yep.
you kind of have to just give them the benefit if it looks like it could have not crossed.
Unless it's blatant.
Yeah, if you think it crossed, then obviously do your thing. But if you don't know, then for the most part you just gotta give it to him.
Of the 20 cards out there, this is the only one with video footage for actual verification too. So.
That's true. That is true.
So this is hole 15. Hole 15 is another elevated basket and shared tee pad. It is either an anhyzer, turnover, or a forehand. Slightly downhill. There's L.A.D.Y.G.A on the left. There is a Mando on the right, but it doesn't really come into play with this basket position. And if you go long, there is a creek, and creek in and over is OB.
And over. Okay.
Yeah.
This basket, when the wind is up, is very hard to reach. Really hard to get into, at least close, because you got to trust your disc so long in the air.
Looks like Pat dug through.
Yeah, he pulled it a bit, but
It's going away, but should be on the fairway though.
yeah, that was cutting back. He wouldn't have made it to the water. It's tough to trust your disc on that angle because you're throwing straight at OB, hoping your disc turns.
Especially on a windy day.
Yeah. Although it doesn't look very windy at this exact second. The leaves are still.
Yeah, no, it looks manageable. Big Annie?
Yeah, that's flexing out a little early,
Yep.
but again, that's nowhere near the water. He'll have an easy up and down for the 3.
Gavin with the forehand, nice little hyzer.
Yeah.
It's holding well.
Another hole that fits perfectly into
Yeah, it looks
Gavin's forehand.
looks like he's in the bullseye.
He's getting a lot of action after the first hit on a lot of these throws.
A lot of spin. Pat with a skip, circle's edge.
I'm sure he's going to want that one a bit closer from
Yeah.
where he was.
Putting on that 6-foot basket from 29 feet out is not
Not
what you
optimal.
want to do. Putting on it from 10 feet out is
Yeah.
not what you want to do.
Yeah. Hans is trying to find out which angle will not hurt his forehand. That does not seem like the right option, but hey, if you can do it. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
He's a lot closer than I thought he was, too, so.
Taught us a lesson.
This is Calvin's drive.
Looks like he's just on the edge.
Yeah, it's a scary putt. So elevated.
Come on. Oh, man. Not to actively cheer for anyone.
No. No. You just look at
wanted that
watching
one
your GTA Cup dreams here.
So Pat looks like he's just inside.
Oh,
And
no. Now he's just outside.
Now he's just outside. He can jump this one. Don't think he will, but...
Let's go, Pat. You got this. Oh. He laid it up.
Put on his big boy shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on perspective.
Yeah, Gavin with the 2 from that park job of a drive. Him and Cam Zanini.
Only
Cam
twos?
Zanini, yeah. I'm assuming Cam went forehand as well.
Most likely.
And the only 2 twos on the day. There's some good forehands in this field. The only 2 twos is surprising.
I wouldn't say this one's a must get, but this one is definitely one that everybody should be pushing for.
Yeah, you're
not really ever laying up on this one.
No, you're definitely trying to get it.
So hole 16 is a slightly downhill and then hot left finish to a basket and a little small protected green. There's a creek around it, a lot of trees. Creeking over is OB. In previous years, we've had a line painted on this, but I elected not to do that for this event.
I'm sure everyone can figure it out by themselves.
And this hole is sponsored by Spokes and Sports, which is a bike shop on Avenue in Midtown that also sells disc golf discs, baskets, bags.
Oh, awesome.
So if you're looking for a brick and mortar store to go fondle plastic, that's an option in the 416.
Fondling plastic. Gavin shot there looked perfect. It may have been a little short, but it looked like it had everything about it was right.
Calvin flipped out a bit, but he looks like he's on the fairway, a little pinched off.
Yeah, as you can see, this tee pad is slanted ever so slightly to your left.
It's a bit dicey to do.
And it just for me it gets in my head every time I throw off it. So I don't know. I can't really speak for all these.
Slanted and a little downhill. Nahan looks like he got
saved. That is so huge.
And then that picnic area sign is something that quite often gets hit.
That would be an unfortunate shot if you kept it that low. Squirrel out there spectating for us.
Pat's got an excellent shot here. He looks like he's just...
chasing the squirrel into the woods.
I'd say he's just outside.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, though. As soon as you get in on the left, you start having to really fight with the basket. That'd be just outside circle. Got kind of unlucky with where he hit that tree.
Calvin lining up a little forehand. Looks like it's nicely on line.
Oh, yeah.
Escaped a little bit, but I'd say he's got less than 10 on that.
Oh, definitely. You can see it there.
Yep.
That's almost guaranteed.
Calvin lining up a turbo.
Yeah, turbo from in here. He had such a great drive. He's inside circle, it looks like, but has nothing.
And he almost hits it.
As I say nothing, he almost drops in a turbo over the bush on 16. That's something else.
Don't think I've ever actually done one of those in a PDGA round.
Did my first one in provincials. It was great.
The Hahn from just outside.
I'm thinking just inside if he didn't jump that.
Yeah.
Putting's hard. I don't know if anyone's told you that before.
Putting's a challenge. Putting in the cold's a challenge. I'm assuming putting in the MPO division is a challenge. Wouldn't know.
One day.
I do about 18 putts a week.
Oh, okay. That's enough. Yeah.
Pat with the bag on.
Just drops it right in there.
Is he going to do another turbo putt?
I don't know. I think he has to after that. No.
Too bad.
You know, that was your opportunity, Gavin. You tried. 0 twos on that hole on this morning.
Makes sense. So hole 17. Hole 17 is a straight shot at the basket. We've got the rock garden on the left, which, as I said, is not playing OB for the event. We've got a murky, slimy pond on the right, as well as a willow on the right. So if you hit the willow, you're likely ending up in the pond. And there's a bridge crossing over the stream. So Pat McCauley and Peace Bridge graciously sponsored this Peace Bridge hole.
That is clever. I like that.
Calvin's little turnover shot looks like it is good.
Yeah, that's just inside circle.
I'd take that from the longs any day.
Yes. It's worth noting that if your disc goes in that water, there's a very good chance you are never getting it back.
Yeah, I often go in the pond on 1, 6, 7, 10, but I will not go in 17. Maybe I'll take 2 steps out to the edge, but
yeah, just so
I've been stuck in it. It stinks.
Yeah,
don't go in there.
Just so muddy and murky and just catches your feet. That was a great shot from Pat. Looked like he's almost parked, or maybe is it even parked?
Little tomahawk.
Okay.
Got a bit of ground play.
Just outside circle 1 for Gavin with a tomahawk.
I'd take that.
Yeah, it looked like he was choking up on that one because he definitely has the distance to push at 318.
Yep.
But you don't want to throw it past the hill.
Slight downhill too. Nahan's got it low.
Oh no! I don't know.
It might be on land.
I don't know if that helped. I'm guessing it's.
It looks like it's on land. Yeah.
I'm guessing because that was definitely going for water when it hit the railing, the Peace Bridge. Should go thank Patrick.
Thanks, Pat McCauley. Nice run at it.
Yeah, just laying that one up. That's a very low percentage make from out there. Don't want to hit the basket and roll into the water.
Blasted it.
Gavin's been on the cage a lot today. Just got to get them elevated that extra foot.
Calvin with his eagle. Like disc eagle.
No, he's not putting for a 1 right now.
I don't think he's putting for a 1. He might be, but
We'll have to check the scorecard.
yeah.
Oh, now he's putting for at least a 2.
Definitely not getting an eagle. Pat Metz.
With the 2.
Amazing.
One of 2 2s on the day. Mr. Duong and Patrick Metz.
Mahan, Calvin, Gavin with the easy clean-up putts.
So this is another hole where you kind of expect to a few more 2s than just 2.
Yep.
There's going to be some big numbers, but you just get a good shot, 318, you're almost guaranteed the 2.
And we're on to the last hole, hole 18. Hole 18 is a wooded tunnel shot. If you go too long on it, you will be down the hill, and it is quite unforgiving. If you go a bit to the left, you'll be in the bushes. The path is OB, and there is a Mando on the tree on the left.
Yeah, they don't want people throwing down the road, trying to skip it off the road to get an easy shot. It's dangerous for pedestrians and holds that pace of play. That was Nahan, or was that Pat?
I believe that was Pat.
Yeah, that
Pat
was
had the only 2
That's
on
right.
17.
Pat with a great drive up there. He'll be circles edge left.
Calvin looks like he hit early with the eagle again.
Yeah, a typical miss here, pulling right, trying to feather something down there.
Gavin lining up a elusive backhand.
Zoom in on the shirt.
Looks like he's a little to the right, but
Yeah, he caught a tree. He'll be
that's
there.
where you want to be.
Easy
Aside
3.
from under the
A look
basket.
at it 2.
This hole is sponsored by the Good Disc. So Evan Phillips and the Good Disc have recently opened a retail store near hole 1 of E.T. Seton, and they sell discs online at thegooddisc.com.
Nice. He's just trying to play a skip. Oh, doesn't get the skip he was looking
Little too
for.
straight.
Definitely didn't look like it was overstable enough to truly get the big skip. Oh, he's running it.
Oh, he got lucky on that one too.
He didn't roll away, which is good, but
That's the bad side of the hill.
He was due a long putt, that's for sure. It's a big 40-footer. And
He makes it.
Just drops it right in there. How
Way to
casual.
end it up, Nahan.
Yeah, how many steps he took.
Yeah.
That was far. You can see he's just outside circle 1. That's a big putt. A good way to finish out your round.
Yep. Finish with some nice momentum. Calvin did not lay it up.
No, he did not. That's a putt if he misses it.
It's a good thing he hit something.
Yeah, he's having a long comebacker. This is Patrick's drive. Look at this. He may even be inside circle here. Oh.
With the spin move.
Flare points for sure. Gavin tapping in his 3, I think.
Pat putting out.
Yeah.
Calvin putting out.
That was a 4 for Calvin.
That looks like it's the
Nahan
end of
with a
everybody's
2.
round.
Nahan with an excellent, huge jump putt uphill.
Okay.
That wraps up the feature card. As you can see, Team Edge is clearly the best team in the GTA Cup, so watch out for that come winter.
I think in winter time, here we go.
Calvin and Ahan tied at +2. Gavin close by with +3, and then Pat Metz, little out of it, but still chasing at 7.
That's not good. That's not what Pat wants. I'm sure the other guys are in the fight, but Pat needs to do something special second round to get himself in it. Look at this view.
Yeah, beautiful. Tune into the second round coverage. Second round, the MPO division will be playing all the short tees, so get ready for some low-scoring rounds.
We're gonna have Wee Pham, Cam Zanini, James Duong, and Kalen Schatt. You haven't heard or know of Kalen?
You will.
He will soon.
He won't be playing these C tiers in Etobicoke much longer.
That's it. All right, thanks for tuning in, guys.